Hi, so I ended up being gone for a lot longer than I expected to be. That's okay, because I'm already back to it. For today's video, I'm sure you saw the title. I decided I wanted to ride around my city and look for a nice, like, scenic place to paint. I am not a painter. I have done like a little bit of painting within like the past few months, but I haven't done a ton of painting. I don't know how this is gonna go. Um, but yeah, so I rode around my city and I tried to find like a really nice scenic place to paint, and it went something like this. Insert footage here. Okay, I just finished my Japanese lesson and I'm trying to find a place to take a picture of. I think I'm gonna take a picture of this shrine. And yeah. Okay. Ocean breeze feels good. We made it. My bike only fell over once. I also want to take a picture of this over here. Okay. Then today I was outside and the mountains look really nice, and I think actually I'm just going to paint them instead. I'm gonna paint with gouache. I don't have like a super deep reason for wanting to paint with gouache other than like I like gouache and I like paintings with a little bit of a flatter look. I have about 3 different gouache sets here. None of them are expensive. None of them do I recommend anybody to buy. And then I have these paint brushes I'm gonna use. These came from an art store. I have these other paint brushes, which all came from the dollar store. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just trying to have fun. Dollar store washi tape to mark my borders because I don't have painter's tape. Painter's tape. I probably should have bought that, but I don't have any money right now, so I searched online and it said it's okay to use washi tape, which we'll see if that's true or not. And I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it where I want this to go because the fucking tape. Okay. Not really on theme. I'm just looking for a fun, relaxing time. I don't know how I should do this because I do have an easel. Should I use the easel? I'm gonna draw it on this paper first and then I will do the easel thing. Already, my border, my square is a little crooked. I think the real problem is going to be that I don't know how to do clouds. Clouds scare me. I can do the little cute cartoonish clouds. Those are fine. Or realistic looking clouds are just like an enigma. Like how, I don't understand how artists do that. Okay. Already I made my mountains, I think, bigger than they were supposed to be. So I swear I'm gonna move the camera. Okay, so what I thought would be really easy to find a camera angle that works, turns out it's very difficult. And also not so fun, relaxing paint time because this easel is a fucking nightmare and I cannot adjust the height very well. So this is as good as I can get. I'm gonna zoom in if I can. This is what my pencil sketch looks like so far. Um, yeah. So now I'm going to start painting, I guess. Let's see how this goes. Painting with, yeah, nothing under it. So you can sit wherever you want. Okay. This here, I think I'm going to use this brush to start out with. And I'm going to be using this palette, which I should have cleaned, but I didn't. Hello, this is me from the future. Um, so I recorded this like a few months ago, and then in the middle of editing it, I kind of quit, and then I came back to it. So, since this video was recorded, I actually moved to another city in Japan, and I thought here I might include a bit about, living in the countryside, and I have the good, the bad, the ugly, and the funny of it. So, starting off with the good, coming from Tokyo, the nature of the countryside was a big breath of fresh air, just beautiful mountains and beaches. I saw my fair share of wild monkeys and dog raccoons crossing the road. And while I had loved being in Tokyo, the infamous Japanese work culture really did a number on my mental health. So going to the countryside and being blown away by like the everyday views was definitely something I needed. And then another good point was were the friendships I was able to make and kind of maintain in the countryside. So people there were much friendlier than the city, as expected, of course. And yeah, so that was what I think is the good part about being in the countryside. Oh, look at that paint. Okay. As for the bad, I honestly felt 10 years older because most people I interacted with were either at least 20 years older than me or 20 years younger than me. And I don't know which one of those made me feel older, but they both did. The only places open late into the evening were pachinko and karaoke bars, and I don't particularly enjoy either one of those, so I felt like I was living the life of someone much older than me. Just go to work, come back, do nothing. That was not a lot of fun. And then as for the ugly, so for sure, the worst part about living in the countryside was the lack of access to bigger cities. The bus and train were both expensive and time consuming. It was possible to take an overnight ferry from the city that I was in, but that was also quite expensive for the type of wages I was being paid in the countryside. And also within the city itself, the public transportation was extremely stunted. Like local buses weren't that reliable, and the train station was pretty far from any of the shopping districts in the city. And I don't have a Japanese driver's license, so my main form of transportation was riding my bike, which limited where I could go due to time and weather and stuff like that. So, I think just lack of access to going to other parts of Japan or just anywhere else in general kind of sucked. As for the funny, so oh wait, I think I'm going to talk and say something here soon. It's okay if it kind of looks like shit. That's fine. So for the funny, I have, some of the best cafes I've ever been to in Japan were in the countryside. Just the price to value ratio for the coffee was top tier, and so were the sizes of desserts. I am honestly so surprised by how good some of the cafes I went to were. And, you know, some of them were better than cafes in Tokyo. I found a lot of times in Tokyo, well, not a lot of times, but some of the cafes I went to, you would pay so much and then
your coffee, your drink size would be so small, and it's so sad. And another thing that I think is kind of funny, well, not really funny, but you know how I'm doing this section. Anyways, I think if you're considering moving to Japan with the goal of learning Japanese, being in the countryside is a better way to do that. And what I mean by that is starting out in the countryside. Just there are more people who, like I said before, are friendlier, and so there are opportunities for you to speak with them. And also, way fewer people speak English, so you are actually forced into speaking in Japanese. That, along with, like I said before, there are fewer things to do outside of your home, so you'll have more time to study and more time to practice. So, yeah, that's what I have for the funny. Um, Now I thought I'd give you guys like a little bit of a live update because obviously I filmed this like 6 months ago or something. I don't know, it was a while back. So, like I said before, I moved to another city in Japan, which is 5 times the size of this last city that I recorded this in. And um, I am unemployed and looking for work. So if you know someone who is hiring, let me know in the comments. But so far, I'm enjoying being in a bit of a bigger city, and I'm excited to be able to explore. Something that I really loved about Tokyo was all the interesting shops and cafes that you could find just by walking around, going down random streets. So I'm looking forward to walking around and taking in this new city, even though it is very much a fraction of the size of Tokyo. Um, my Japanese language skills are still a work in progress, but if anyone is interested in how I've been studying the language, I can make a video on that. I have also been working on starting another channel where I talk about art history in a kind of a video essay or like a podcast format. Actually, the reason I started editing this video again was because I was about to start editing that other video, so I needed to clear space off of my computer. So, okay, I kind of cut myself off, but that's also because I realized that I was talking too much. But, anyways, I'm about to jump back to me from the past. Oh, look at Sai sleeping. She's so cute. So, yeah, I'll see you guys.
This is me painting just. This is definitely not finished, but I think I'm finished with it. And my leg is also asleep, so I'm gonna stop here. Let me pull it down and I'll show what it looks like. Actually, I'm gonna record me pulling off this tape because this is fun. Look at how clean those lines are. Oh my god, my leg hurts so bad right now. My leg is so numb. Oh my god. Oh, that's so satisfying. But my leg is so numb. Oh, fuck. Ow. God. Oh. Well, for future reference. Oh, God. Fuck. This washi tape works really well. I think for keeping those lines nice and crisp. Oh, God. Okay. Let me get this camera in close. Still a little wet in some places, but okay. Definitely looks incomplete. But hey, feel good that your art probably looks better than mine by a lot. So that was painting with me. I hope you had a good time. My leg is still in a lot of pain and it is very numb. If you have any gouache paint tips for me or something else you want to see, let me know. Comment below and I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, comment. Bye.